It's here, bruh. Bro, I wish, dog.
Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
It's still like 97 out here, bro. Oh yeah. Yeah, my AC be popping. Nah, it was cold this morning. Yes, sir. Woke up cold this morning. Freezing on a Friday. Ha ha. Ha ha. How y'all doing today, man? I want to talk some football. It's Friday. It's August. I got my man JCP with me. It's time to start talking football. That's the reason I originally invited him on the show, was to break down the playoffs last season. And now we're back at it. Beginning of the season. Preseason game started last night. Also want to talk a little college football. Georgia. This schedule is a joke. I don't want to hear anything about it. This schedule is a joke. Period. Point blank serious. And the last thing I want to say, who gives a damn about Johnny Manziel? Anyway, this is Captain by a hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dobbs, going live, presented by Stare Down Sports. It is the 11th of August, 7 a.m. Central Time, baby. Like I said, my man JCP, Jaden Chandler Parnell from the JC Pod on YouTube. My man. How you doing?
I'm great, man. I've been on the show since the Aaron Boone stuff, so I'm getting a few out of me because, man, I still am laughing about that. I almost sent you that photo like 2 days ago.
No,
I'm doing great, honestly.
Hilarious, man. The strike call. I'm glad he called the strike though, because it was a strike. So I'm glad at least Boone got the call right when he mocked
one
him.
for one in his umpire career.
Aaron Boone.
One stat though, I actually wanted to. Sorry, I want to interrupt you. I wanted to bring this up because I actually learned this. So, but Dusty Baker ejected 6 times in 26 seasons. Aaron Boone ejected about 26 times in 6 seasons. That's just why I wanted to bring it up. I thought that was hilarious. I heard that yesterday. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to be bringing that in.
Managing the Yankees is a stressful job, man. Especially
I don't blame, man.
All the eyes are on you.
You might as well get up out of there early, man. That's what he's trying to do. Just get in a little quick shower before everyone took all the hot water. I don't blame him. No one deserves hot water in New York. I'm just kidding. We're here for football. We ain't talking baseball.
Hey, man, it's a beautiful baseball season. I ain't gonna lie, man. I went from liking 0 bets today in baseball to having like 8 bets in baseball. Ooh-wee. I was like, I don't like none of these games, and I just started firing.
Series, man. Oh, we got hella preseason today too.
Ooh-wee. I haven't looked at any preseason at all.
I don't know. I don't think it's any really good matchups, but
do the Steelers?
I know we got some.
Steelers play today?
Oh yeah, they do. I think they play the Giants.
Man, they were -1 2 days ago. Now they're like -3.5.
Yep. Oh, they played the Bucs. My fault, not the Giants.
Man, Patriots did me dirty last night. I'm scared to even.
Wow. Man, hey, shout out Houston, man. I mean, I once they learned that the Patriots weren't going to play a lot of their guys, it's like, okay, but I was still kind of on your point. It's like, it's Bill Belichick. They should still at least like kind of keep it close, you would think. And then they got the pick the very first play. I'm like, might be one of those games. And that boy Tank. Ooh, I don't want to butcher his name. I just read his stats this morning. I mean, Tank Dempsey. It's not Dempsey. I think that's the dude. Oh, what's his name? Tank Dell. My apologies, bro. 5 receptions, 65 receiving yards the first half, 1 touchdown. Amazing touchdown too. If you saw it. Kind of little bobble, and he's like, whoop.
I didn't see it. I didn't watch 1 second of football yet this year. And don't apologize, man. You're going to give him more love on this show than he'll ever get. Whoever you just said. Tank Dale?
That boy I think he's from Houston. I saw his highlights right this morning.
H-Town?
Shout out. I think so. Went there for college. I don't know if he lived from there, but.
That's what's up, man.
That boy from the H represented for a little bit.
And he played for Houston right now?
Yeah, I think so. I think he got drafted to Houston, funny enough. I just thought about that, yeah. Hey, he might be a hometown kid.
That's what's up, man. Yeah, you can get the Steelers -3, man. I don't know. I think I'm done with preseason football. I'm ready for the regular season.
So I felt after that's what I thought the Jets Hall of Fame game was like. Yep, I had my throw. Let's get it to
I've,
week 1, man. Come on.
yeah, I've never bet preseason football in my life. Yesterday, I just got trigger happy
I mean, I couldn't blame you. Patriots plus money. That's hard not to take them.
against Houston, man. You think if it's the first preseason game, mostly backups are playing. As bad as Houston is, you think the backups for Houston are even that much worse? You know what I mean?
I mean, apparently Dougie Mills had himself a day yesterday. That was the only. I mean, I'm totally with you. Yeah, you would think that they'd play a little better. I heard they were starting C.J. Stroud. It's like I guess Texans actually played a decent amount of their guys for like at least the first quarter, but I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm looking at the score sheet. I mean, it's the preseason. They just. I think it's because it's the first week too. They rotate so many guys. It's hard to get a true feel of actually what's going on and everything. For some teams, at least, like I think for Patriots and Texans, they both played like almost 4 quarterbacks. So it's like you aren't going to get any game flow feel from that type of BS. Why it's so frustrating with the preseason sometimes, unless it's the Ravens.
Hey,
Right now.
man, just looking at this. Speaking of getting past the preseason, I've been waiting for this Chiefs week 1 line to drop from 7 to 6.5 for weeks now, and right now it's at 6.5. I'm about to jump all over it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I don't know. I think they should. I'm still scared of last year with the covering. Those Chiefs hated covering the spread, bro. Like
I know
I
they
think they're
took care of me last year though.
hated covering. They won. Hey, they won. That's all that matters. They won the games, but they're literally the definition of like you're gonna be mad at that they won, but then it's like I mean you can't blame them though. A lot of games were like 13, 11, like that. But
Yeah,
I mean
man,
still,
they were getting huge
it's Lions
spreads. I
and the
took
Lions. Don't get me wrong, the Lions are good, but
6.5. Come on, this Andy Reid week
it's
1, man. He's had the Lions circled for 6 months now.
a lot of time to prepare. And the Lions defense, I think the Lions defense is a little bit better, yes, but it's like it's week 1, man. They could. I mean, it's the same thing that happened to the Packers last year, basically with the Vikings. Like it could take all it takes is one bad play, especially week 1.
Packers
And
do
it
that
should
every year, man. 2 years ago, the Saints beat them like 43-0 in the first game of the season, and everybody thought it was about
they
to.
clobbered them.
Each team went opposite
goodness.
after that. The Saints ended up having a bad year. Packers ended up having a good year. I think that's the year they lost to the Niners in that cold ass playoff game. Or was that last season?
It's probably 2 seasons ago because Green
Yeah.
Bay just missed the playoffs last year because the Lions beat them. I won't lie. One
Oh
thing
yeah,
that worries me
yeah,
about
yeah.
the Lions have way too much hype around them right now. It's starting to get to a point where it's like dangerous hype. Because like, don't get me wrong, I'm one of those people. It's like I'm happy for them. Sold out their Ford Field for the first time since it's been made, basically in 2002. Could go back later to selling it out. That is truly awesome, truly special. I'm not dissing the fan base or the fans or even the team. It's just like let's cool it a little bit. We don't need to. We do this every year. Every year. Denver Broncos last year.
No,
Buccaneers probably whatever. We just gotta cool a little bit. Let's let the boys play real quick. I mean,
that's
it's awesome. Like I said, the win behind them. But
that's the same reason I'm hesitant to jump on the Jets wagon this year. I love Aaron Rodgers. I love the young guys. I love everything about
that
this
feels
team.
different.
It feels different, but the hype still is like, man, it's garnered
Dangerous.
over nothing really. It's like being a Bills fan, you know?
No, I know. I'm not a Bills fan, so I couldn't tell you. No,
But
honestly, it's just I'm with. Yeah, I'm right. Agree. It's just it sucks because the Jets have been so bad, and it's like you want to be so happy for their fans, you want to root with them too, but then it's starting to be like Aaron Rodgers did kind of play bad last year. I mean, now you can see him maybe doing it again. Their O line is still apparently an issue. You can find little holes in their whole team and everything, but it's like I said, I don't know. We're 3 weeks away. So much could happen in the 3 weeks from now. They could sign Dalvin Cook, and then all of a sudden they're going to be the Super Bowl favorites over the Chiefs. Like that's what's crazy about this sport is that one little sign here and there could change everything. But bringing it back a little bit, yeah, that -6.5 probably is not a bad play.
I'm all over it, man.
Just like scared, man. I'm scared right now. I'm gonna be staring at that for 2 weeks and either regret it when it goes up to 7 or
Oh, it's gonna go back.
eventually
It's
throw the
gonna go
balls
back
and
to
take it.
7. I can't see the Lions getting that much hype, man. It's Andy Reid week 1, Thursday night football, man. Give me the Chiefs to win this game by double digits.
Thursday, baby. Ooh, man, we are so close.
I
How
mean,
about the
yeah,
Bills being the third Super Bowl favorites?
that's what, bro. You saw how hard I laughed at that yesterday.
Yeah, I
I
read your article.
really, that was a
No,
genuine laugh, man. I don't understand how the Buffalo
man.
Bills are garnering this much hype, man. I mean, they haven't won anything. All
And
of Josh
I like I
Allen's
hate
years, they haven't won anything significant.
exactly, and I hate to say it. Like I'm not, like I said, I'm not a hater. I see the Bills having a little bit of a step down this year, but it's
They
seriously
have
like
to.
if you watch their years, like it's like I know last year I'm gonna take last year like with a pinch of salt because holy hell did they have so much going on like internally and everything. But like if you watch their years, they're slowly just the pedestal's kind of like slowly falling down. They just have stuff like this year. They already lost their returner, Naeem Hines, for the season because of a jet ski accident. That's going to be major because I like he was going to seriously. He's probably going to give him at least one touchdown throughout the year as a returner or a good field position because he's truly a good returner. I got to watch him for years as a Colts. But it's just like one of the things built. They lost their DC basically. There was like a falling out between him and the head coach that just kind of got brushed over. We didn't think about the whole Stephon Diggs situation. Just casually got brushed over. Like he didn't like.
I
I know he
know
made up
it's
a
still
storm
fresh
and
on my
they're
mind.
all good. They're all good. But it's like, man, that's the same thing that kind of happened in Minnesota. Like when he before he left. Like it's just there's a lot going on with them, and it's just like I said. I think Josh Allen is a good quarterback. I haven't seen him get it done, and the closest they gotten was they're getting basically lifted up for losing in 13 seconds because they
Exactly.
almost beat the Chiefs.
That's the
Like,
thing.
don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, that was impressive, but it's like people are holding on to all this because they almost beat the Chiefs. Like the Colts beat the Chiefs last year, won 4 games. It's like that's football.
No, I definitely don't understand the Bills hype, man. I remember before that playoff run too, everybody was questioning if Josh Allen is the man. But that Stephon
I
Diggs
want him
stuff,
to win
man, where
so
there's
bad.
smoke, there's fire. There's no way the problem comes out and it's just to be all good. There's definitely something there, even if you're trying to brush over it. It's still in your heart. Speaking of Bills and Jets, they do play Week 1. I believe this is the Monday night
Monday
game.
night,
Yeah, I'm
man, that's gonna be a good one.
I'm excited about watching the Jets, man. I
That's
think
gonna
I'm
be
gonna
a
be
good
on the
one.
Jets on this one. It's even money right now on the money line. Which way you
Give
think
it
the
to me.
number's gonna go though? It's 1.5 right now. You think people are gonna be on the Bills, or you think people are gonna be on the hype around the Jets, especially with the Hard Knocks rocking?
I think the answer is yes. I think it's going to go both ways. Honestly, I think it's going to get to the point where the Jets get to such a big number that, or like, not like a big number, but maybe they get to like maybe plus 115. You can get the Bills at like minus 2.5. Then all the sharps are going to be on the Jets, and it's going to flip. I see something like that because I think this line's going to end up finishing around like 1.5, just because I think of all the. I mean, you want to talk about two hype trains? I mean, that's the hype express on Monday Night Football. It's going to be.
Right.
I mean, I'm just shocked the Jets are not favored at home. I guess it's because it's Aaron Rodgers' first game. I mean, I don't know, man. That's a tough. That's honestly really a tough one. I do not know. I'm with you. I lean Jets, and I feel like the line's going to lean towards them ending up being like close to favorites, especially because they are the home team.
The only thing
But
that does worry me is we
man,
just talked about the Packers getting blown out the first two games the last two seasons, and this
is
is
it
the
them or
quarterback.
Aaron?
Yeah, right, right. So we're gonna learn this
That's
Monday
my
night.
scare. Whew, man, I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. I'm excited though. A lot of good games week one, honestly.
Oh my God, Sunday night football. You get to watch the New York Football Giants take on the Dallas Cowboys.
I'm not. You know what I wish they would have done? On my sports book, they have a game right before that. I wish they would have flipped it. Dolphins Chargers. I wish that would have been the Sunday night just because of the fireworks expressed there. That over unders at 50.5, clearly the highest of week one. That's a good one. But yeah, I mean, Cowboys Giants is going to be good too. I'm not complaining about that. You can't complain about division matchups. So
You like that over?
for the Dolphins and Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying. I mean, potentially. I mean, Kellen Moore is ranked number. I think he was 1-3 in pace of play the last 2 years with the Cowboys. They scored a lot of points. The
I'm
defense
talking
didn't get
about
a
the
lot of
Dolphins
rest.
Chargers. My bad.
No. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting to that point.
Oh
Like, Kellen
yeah.
Moore's the new OC of the Chargers, so he's
Oh,
bringing
okay,
that.
okay, okay.
He's bringing the pace of play. The offense should score more. So I mean, it's a tempting lane. I won't lie, because I don't think the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins defense is good, but it's not the best. And I think the Chargers, another situation. The defense is good, but not the best. Maybe I don't know. I think it's better than them, but 50's a lot. Man. 50's a lot of points. We're open for 27-24, basically.
Yeah.
That final, it's definitely doable, but I mean, it's only minus 105. If that gets the plus money, that might be a tempting. You know, why not? Let's see some fireworks week one. The boys might not be ready to tackle yet. That's another thing too about week one. So, because like they don't hit in the preseason anymore. That I mean, they do hit in the preseason games a little bit, but like practice wise, they aren't hitting that much anymore. They aren't working on the tackles. That's also why you saw the last 2 years, like Green Bay, just get torched. I mean, they couldn't tackle anybody, man. It's all it's a bunch of they basically look like brushstrokers because they just keep doing that, miss.
Yeah.
It's a lot of that in the preseason. So it's usually about, or excuse me, a lot of that in week 1. Usually about week 2 or 3 is when they start cleaning up the tackling and everything because they're afraid for guys to hit. But that's the biggest thing in the NFL that I've noticed over the past few years. Tackling does get better, but since they don't practice it, man, it's bad sometimes.
How you feel about the Giants?
41-3.
Plus 3.5 at home.
I kind of like it. The only thing that's going to scare me, especially because you get the little hook on it too. That's what really gets me is that little half.
I know it makes it so tempting because I can see the Cowboys beating them by 20, even though I hate the Cowboys.
The only thing that I'm on for the Cowboys is their pace of play is going to be so much down. Mike McCarthy has talked about it all year, like, yeah, we need to give our defense rest. We need to give them rest. We need to give them rest. So if Dak can control the football, honestly, this Cowboys team could be sneaky good next year. I personally think I've been saying it on my show for months. I might as well be screaming it from the rafters. I'm saying Dak Prescott, Big Mike, they're out of town this year. That's just my prediction. Because I don't think they're going to do anything too special. So when it comes to week 1, I mean, I don't know. Mike McCarthy hasn't called a game in years.
I know.
I mean, they're definitely going to run the ball more. I think like the Giants is like would not be a bad lane because you basically like it's not a new system, but it's a new guy calling plays. There could be a little bit of not tension. I can't think of a little bit of rift while they're trying to figure out a little bit versus Brian Dable. I mean, everyone's coming back basically that was there last year. So
yeah.
Giants is what I cannot complain. Like I said, the half on that 3 is.
No, you just talked me into it, man.
And that's the only thing that scares. Like I said, the only thing that scares me about the Cowboys is that pace of play could actually be in their favor, and their defense gets rushed because their defense is probably the best part of their team at this point now. And if they let their defense get enough rest, maybe the Giants can't do anything on offense. But I mean, we'll see. It really depends on Daboll. If Daboll can take a step up in year 2 or not, I think he will a little bit. I like the Giants over. I think this year slightly. I think it's only like 8.5. I think they can definitely win 9 games.
Man, that NFC East scares me. I can see all of these teams being 6 and 7 going into the last few weeks.
Doing what they did like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They just absolutely stunk. I think just in this point, basically, I think the Cowboys and Giants are going to split a game this year. I could easily see it where the Giants get the first game of the season, and then the Cowboys get the second game when they're way more polished towards the end of the year. That's kind of how I'm viewing this series. Is usually best way to view the division series. Like this is how I usually always use them. They're always going to split, and it's kind of like nice to be like, all right, let's pick the first game, and then if you get it wrong, it's like, all right, let's see how they could maybe win. The other team could win the other game. I mean, there's obviously sweeps. Some teams will always sweep, but it's always think about it. Usually, it's going to be a split, and it's a lot easier to find I'm assuming it's a lot easier to talk yourself into beginning of the season Giants versus mid-season Giants.
Just at home, man. For some reason, you know it's a rivalry, so you know the Giants fans are going to come screaming. It's not going to be like Sunday just some random. Sunday night. It's not going to be some random just Giants versus Jaguars openers. This is the Cowboys coming to town on Sunday night.
That's a game. Huge game.
The football Giants of New York. Yeah, man. You said there's a lot of great matchups. Trying to find the next one. I like the Niners and Steelers, man. That's a game that intrigues me.
Oh my God.
Steelers at home. I'm a sucker for taking
me horny, baby.
plus
it,
3. I ain't gonna lie. This Niners team scares the hell out of me this year. This is the first year I believe in them. I mean, I bet them a few times the last couple of seasons. I'm usually rooting against them though, just as a fan of. I mean, they used to be in the Saints division. Oh, you probably may be too young for that. But we used to have to deal with Steve Young and Jerry Rice twice a year and getting our ass whooped.
I remember like seeing the photos of it, but yeah, I was not old enough to like be alive for it.
Oh,
basically, how the divisions are now is basically how I've been. Because I don't think they've added any teams since '99. Yeah. So I think basically what the divisions are is what I've seen them as.
No, we used to be Rams, Niners, Falcons.
The Jaguars used to be in the AFC North. Like, yeah, learning some of that history with some of these divisions, like, whoa, what is that?
The Jaguars.
I feel like now what they are is kind of okay. There's some weird ones a little bit, but
you know what I like about the divisions now is that everyone has 4 teams. Like, it used to be like some got 5, some got 4. It used to be crazy.
I was not alive for that, I don't think. So yeah, that's better that they figured that out.
Yeah.
By the way, though, 49ers Steelers, that's definitely that's as of right now, that's gonna be the first game I'm live betting. I'm staying
live betting?
away from. Najee touchdown, Christian McCaffrey touchdown. I'm just going to be sitting back and watching. That's probably what I'm going to take. And I'll probably live bet. If I can get the 49ers at a good line, I'll probably get them. If I can get the Steelers at a good plus, that's more than a little bit theory. I probably will because, man, you want to talk about a game. This is a coach versus coach game, damn near. These two teams are literally, I don't want to say they're identical.
I think
they're basically identical.
I think the Steelers are the 49ers of like 4 years ago.
I could see it.
Just as far as like all of these players are in their like second to fourth year, but they got a great defense.
A little weaker, defense a little better.
Yeah.
I'd say, and then 49ers offense versus defense, like the little contrast. Yeah, I'm with you. I think they're basically like damn near the 49ers junior with Tomlin.
Yeah, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this game. I'm afraid I'm gonna take the Steelers +3, and the Niners are gonna beat them by like 4 or 5. Yeah, that's gonna be a tough one for me to call. I might stay away from it. I might, like you, just take some props in it. I love taking some Steeler props, honestly. I don't know why I like the Steelers so much. I'm gonna be honest with you. The last like 3 seasons, they become my second favorite team behind the Saints.
I don't blame you. I mean, they're really good. Like, they're a fun team to root for. My buddy's a Steelers fan that I play Xbox with. It's one of my closer friends. So like I'm front and center for a lot of Steelers talk with them. So yeah, they're a fun team to like root for even in general, just because Kenny Pickett too feels like one of the boys. How do you feel about the under though? By the way, 40.5. I'm not saying to take over unders now. By the way, sorry, my fault. Chiefs and Lions have the highest over under 54.5. I misspoke there, but Steelers, I'm tempted for that game to lean under. I feel like that might be a dirty game, but it's week 1. Like I said, I'm probably not going to take over unders week 1, but 40 is the lane because of the good defenses for me.
I mean, yeah, I can see this game literally being 19-16 and being a block burner.
Yeah, but it also could be 21 or it could be 24 to set 20 or something like that. Because these damn Steelers have audibles now. Shout out Steelers. Matt Canada put audibles in their offense. Kenny Pickett made checks at the line.
That's the thing. I ain't gonna lie. I'm expecting the Steelers to be more explosive this season. I'm expecting Kenny Pickett to see the field a little better. He showed, I mean, he could do it last year. He just couldn't get the ball in the end zone for some reason. We saw how many drives did we see? I mean, we saw the Steelers in prime time at least 6-7 times.
He just couldn't finish.
We saw him get to the 30, 20-yard line, and yeah, he just.
And Boswell's running out in the field.
I think this year he puts it together, and even if he just gets 50% of those drives to finish in the end zone, this offense will be clicking a lot better.
Something else I learned about the Steelers too. Oh, go ahead. I'll say it right when you're done.
I think these receivers are going to take a big step forward as far as route running and just really getting it open. They're already explosive and got great hands in Pickens and Johnson, but I think they really take it to the next level of really getting open. And I think Pickett just maybe, I'm not saying he was late on anything, but it was sometimes I feel like he just missed them. You know what I mean?
At his rookie moments where he was just a little bit behind. I mean, they also got Darnell Washington from Georgia, which if you guys don't know,
that's number 0.
Son of a bitch. I believe that was their tight end from
number 0.
Yeah, the tall son of a bitch. I don't know if he's 0 or not. I don't know. I don't know his number.
I gotta look up his name.
I say, but
because I was wondering where he went, if that's who I think it is.
I think it is 0. I want to say, but I can't remember his number off the top of my head.
That boy was a damn.
Yeah, he went to the Steelers.
A monster.
Went to the Steelers. Yeah, and they're saying out of training camp, this dude's a monster blocking. Like he's gonna be. Don't be shocked if you take Pat Fryermuth spot. I don't think he will because of the Muth. The Muth is really good, but something I want to bring up about the Steelers. You know why they went on a run the second half of their season that I've been hearing about over the week? 2 turnovers the whole second half of the season. That's something that was truly awesome. Kenny Pickett was able to. That's why you probably love the team too. They're able to keep the ball, play smart, and when you play smart, you win games with a good defense.
And it's usually close games. It's usually like you're on the edge of your seat rooting for them at the end of the game.
Dude, Steelers games are always close. It feels like they can't blow anybody out. They just want to get in the mud.
I'm gonna be honest, man. Them getting this tight end, I think they're going. Bro, this dude was a monster.
That's a huge. I
watched a lot of SEC football. I'm sure a lot of people watch a lot of Georgia football and know, but I watched this dude just look like everything they said LeBron James would look like.
Dude, I can't wait to see Brock Bowers in the NFL. Oh my gosh.
What team he go to?
Georgia. Oh no, he's too young to get drafted. He had to wait a year.
Okay.
Which is crazy to think about. Which is crazy because you said everything you said about Darnell Washington. That guy was playing less than the other guy, which is crazy to think about because Darnell Washington's a monster. He's got, yeah. I remember from the national championship game, there's one play. I think he dragged like 3 TCU defenders in the end zone. I was like, oh my,
No, that dude was crazy. He against
that's a
Tennessee, he
grown man.
dominated, man.
Yeah, he's going to be a fun one to watch. Steelers got a really good one there. And
Oh.
Najee's going to have a big year.
I
No
think he's
competition.
gonna fit right in with Tomlin too.
Oh, yeah, he's a Steeler. He's definitely a Steeler. If you looked up the definition of a Steeler, I feel like he's a Steeler. Especially because he blocks, man. 6'7" and willing to throw his body out there to block. That's what you love to see.
Man, it's gonna be a great week 1, man. They got 2 more games I want to talk about before we go.
You going 2-12?
Get to our baseball bets. Who?
Us. I was just kidding. It was a little inside joke from yesterday.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, man. Now, right now, so far, I just got Chiefs, Giants, and Jets in my best slip.
I haven't even. That boy already taken him. I love it.
Man, I think
me to bet.
that's really why I'm asking you about these games, because some of these numbers I think going to be unavailable.
Ooh, I got one for you.
Come week 1.
Vikings -6.5 over the Bucks. I almost want to take that immediately. The Bucks are going to have no offense. They're in a heated QB battle with Kyle Trask and Baker Mayfield.
I know, man. I mean, I'm not.
The only thing that scares me is the defense. And it's 1 p.m. Kirk. 1 p.m. Kirk is the GOAT. It's not 4 o'clock. It's not 8 o'clock. So I mean, buddy, how do you feel about that -6.5 though? -110 on my book.
I mean,
I'm tempted on that.
It's not a bad bet for sure, man. They played hella close games last season, but like you said, the Bucks have no offense.
Booty trap.
I mean, I can see Justin Jefferson against this defense too. I mean, the Bucks on both ends of the field, I don't think are going to be anything special this year. I can see him having just a 200-yard, 2-touchdown game, and the Vikings just walking away with this one. But I could also see all that happening and it being 28-27 somehow at the end of the game.
Kirk throwing a check down to lose the playoffs. I mean, week 1.
Man, I don't know, man. I don't really know, but I do love it. I like the Vikings a lot. I think the Vikings get a lot of hate for no reason. Like, everybody loves the Bills and hates the Vikings, and I don't know. I feel like they are the same exact team.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're gonna get you.
Their game flash was epic.
11-12 wins and losing the playoffs.
Yep. Well, you can't. Hey, at least you got there, baby.
They got 2 more divisional matchups. Well, they got a few more, but nobody cares about the Panthers, Falcons.
Colts on the money line. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
I was about to go there. The Colts and the Jaguars.
I thought you were gonna run it over. That's why I had to jump in there. How about your Saints being favored? Let's take the Colts for a minute. How about your Saints being favored over the Titans?
Nobody cares about the Saints Titans.
No one cares about the Colts either. But let's talk about them. Let's do it.
It's at least a divisional matchup. I mean, Saints Titans, man. I don't know, bro. I don't bet Saints games either, so
I could give you that's a good game just to see like where your team's at. I would say.
I'd never look at a Saints line and say they gonna lose. Like that's the
excited to see Derek Carr though. Sorry to interrupt you, but
no, you good. I don't know the word. I'm not excited though. I'm not like
horrified,
I'm not like against it yet. Like, I'm leaving it open.
Oh,
Let's see, bro.
The boy's just shaking in his boots.
I mean, I watched Derek Carr with the Vikings, the Vegas Raiders, and Oakland Raiders long enough to not be excited. I'll say that. But he's also in my Saints uniform, so it's not like I'm a root against him.
I feel you. That's a tough one. I won't lie to you because like I want to consider myself a semi Derek Carr fan, but
I like him as a person.
It's tough.
I like who he is in press conferences. I like him as a leader, but I don't know, man. He's never
football player. So tough. He has all this talent and he has flashes. Just there's some games where it's like, what in the hell is this guy doing?
I put it to you like this, man. It's as much as it's even more than Derek Carr. It's Derek Carr and Dennis Allen. It's like, it's like I don't know.
I was waiting for you. That's Derek Carr. I want to see how long it would take us to get Dennis Allen in this conversation.
If it was Derek Carr and Sean Payton, I'm geeked. I'm excited. We got Drew Brees number 2. But Derek Carr and Dennis Allen, I feel like he could be Andy Dalton last year. Like, I don't know, man.
Oh, goddamn. Man, Poor Jameis, man. Shout out Jameis, man. I can't
That's
believe
who I
they're
really want to
starting
be
Andy
our
Dalton.
quarterback. And I don't even not even a fan of him, but I feel like he never got a fair shot.
That boy was a 30 for 30 and not the ESPN special. 30 touchdowns, 30 interceptions. God damn.
He also
Yeah,
he also led the season in yards that year.
and interceptions by a lot. He threw a lot of interceptions that year. I just remember watching Red Zone, and it was like, and he has his 30th interception of the year. It's like, oh my lordy. But yeah, no. By the way, for the Colts, if Anthony Richardson starts week 1, which Jim Irsay makes it sounds like he will, I'm excited for that. They need to figure out this running back situation with Jonathan Taylor, Kareem Hunt. I can't believe they let Kareem Hunt out of the building. Michael Lombardi said it though, makes me wonder. They said there might have been something with the physical, where there's like he might have not passed the physical. There's something the Colts didn't like. Where they're like, hey, come back in 2 weeks. We'll let you know, because there's no way they got him to turn that plane around from New Orleans and didn't sign him. It's dumb. I don't know how that happened. But assuming they get him or they get JT back, I mean, this is a Colts team. Like, I know this is me being a fan partially. I mean, I know, but like, hear me out. This team truly does like. They like their defense. I think their defense does have some holes here and there, but it truly can be good. This is a team that has a over/under of 6. They could finish the year easily 9-8, 10-7. Like, they easily could. It's just all going to come down to what is Anthony.
What's
Richardson.
the juice?
That's going to be the whole question of this season. What's the whole thing of this season? What is Anthony Richardson? What can he do? He's going to have an 80-yard touchdown where he just rips one and he's gone. He's 6'4", 250. That's a big boy. That's a running back there. But he has an arm talent. He has all this, but it's going to come down to he's a young guy. Let's see what he does. The Colts offense was, to put it nicely, butt cheeks last year. Terrible, horrendous, dog water, butt cheeks. Terrible. It was awful. It sucked.
What's the over?
Do I need to say more?
What's the number on that over 6?
I can look it up for you real quick because
I feel like that thing got to be juiced.
Right up. It's a little juice, but it's not. I don't think it's as juicy as you think, honestly.
I'm thinking like 170.
118. Over and over 6.5.
I might
118.
like that, man.
That's what I told. Like I said this in one of the articles I wrote for us. I've been trying to say it all year. This is gonna be a 7 or 8 win team potentially. I mean, they're gonna split teams with their divisions just because. I mean, you forget DeForest Buckner. I mean, the Colts have an amazing D line. DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, Kwity Paye. They got some guys. Shaq Leonard, if he comes back, people forget. There's conversations about him or Fred Warner being the best linebacker in the NFL. I mean, don't get me wrong. The dummy who decided to bet $25 on an NFL game, got his ass booted up out of there. The biggest hole's the corner for the Colts. If the Colts can figure out their DBs and they get somewhat of a resemblance of an offense, yes, that's 6.5 is easy money. And I hate to say easy money, but it truly is, because I think the Colts are getting so heavily undervalued because of just we don't know what they're going to be this year. That's just the biggest thing. We don't know what they're going to be this year.
No, I loved Anthony Richardson in college, man. I thought his biggest downfall was his coach.
He can be special, bro.
He had one of the worst coaches I've seen ever in college football.
Terrible. That Florida team was.
It was all coaching.
Fucking terrible. Yeah,
Dude,
that was a terrible coach job. Terrible coach job.
I watched the game, man. They literally the whole game went for it on 4th down in their own 20, 30, no matter where they were on the field, and just ended up going down like 28-7 by halftime, just because they kept giving the team 30 yards to score a touchdown on like 4th and 4s and 4th and 6s. Like, it wasn't even like 4th and 1s, bro. It was like, I was like, this dude, get him out of here, man.
Hey, for all those young people out there coming to have coaches, you want to take your defense out of the game real quick. Defense will take pride in forcing field goals right there, but you keep giving them short fields and they give up stuff, your defense is just going to lose it. I mean, I've been in situations where it's like, personally from like our team, where it's like it's gone the other way, and it's like, thank you for just getting rid of the ball, having some faith. Like, just have faith in the defense, man. That's just terrible, man. I just have to say that coach was terrible. That was terrible, man. Like, all right, 4th and 15, we're on our own 30. Hey, we're gonna run 4 verticals.
Right. One of them do a
no. QB jaw. Let's go. What are you doing, bro? Terrible, man.
Man, last thing I want to talk about week 1, Browns hosting.
Wait. Before you go, who do you like in the Colts Jaguars game? I kind of just like went on my rant. Jaguars favored -3.5, -110, -184 on the money line. How do you feel about that game? I kind of just ranted and just went over it.
I have no feeling about that game.
Word. All right, bet.
I just wanted to talk about it for 2 reasons. I mean, it is a division matchup. I love division matchups week 1 because not only do you start 0-1, you 0-1 in the division, Yeah, so it's
That's
I don't
bad.
know. It always feels huge when we gotta
No, it's
play.
yeah, division. Because the easiest way to make the playoffs is winning your division.
Yeah, man. So it's like I don't know. I'm glad we got the Titans for both of those reasons. Like we can go 0-1 and it's just 0-1, not in the division. But
Don't gotta stress. Wait,
yeah.
before you go to your last game though, there's one division game I want to ask you about because there's a line I kind of like. Seattle Seahawks Rams. Seahawks at home, only favored by 5.5. That feels funky. But I know the Rams offense could be really good. But Cooper Cup out with the hammy. That's something I really because I don't know if he's for sure going to be back for Week 1. That's just something I wanted to bring up just to basically make that point that Cooper Cup's kind of hurt, and if Cooper Cup doesn't play, I would tell some people go look at that. Go look at that wide receiver depth chart. He's going to have 180 targets for 170 catches and like 5,000 yards because they have no receivers. But I was just curious how you feel about that game if you got anything because I'm tending to lean Seahawks right now early because of the injuries. Because yeah, if you don't know anything, if you don't know about the Rams personally, it's Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, Matt Stafford, and basically a bunch of 20-year-olds this year. That's how I got it summed up to me. It's going to be a lot of young guys, a lot of growing pains.
I know about the Rams, man. I understand fully how trash the Rams are. I also
Hey, they got
don't.
the ring for it though. It worked out.
Hey, man, whatever helps them sleep at night, I ain't mad at it.
They got it. That's all that
New
matters.
world. It's people that literally was on that team for 100 days that got a ring, and I don't know. It ain't my cup of tea, but I ain't mad at it. Like I said,
NFL baby.
hey, in 20 years when they talk about Matthew Stafford, it's gonna be however many yards and a Super Bowl ring. So it's whatever. I don't take it from
That
him.
ring might get him to the Hall of Fame, honestly. Because like, don't get me because they're going to question his Detroit career because he put up all the numbers, they just didn't win, and now that he has the win.
I mean,
One more thing I want to bring up to
Detroit
you,
for
too,
you.
before we go. Hey, baby, that is Detroit. They might have got rid of the curse though, bringing back Calvin Johnson. That's the rumor.
What you
No,
mean,
one thing I
bringing
wanted
him
to
back?
just bring up, like they brought him back into the building. They're like talking because there was a while where they basically
Oh,
didn't pay Calvin Johnson $1 million, and he was just. It basically was like the Calvin Johnson curse, and now they're bringing him back in. I think they did pay him. I think they've been doing stuff. So it's like all the vibes. That's why the vibes are so high. That's why everyone's like the Lions. But no, one thing I wanted to bring up real quick. It's not really a question, but it's something that happened the last few years. I know Denver, Russell Wilson, and Denver are a different case, but Peyton Manning goes to Denver, wins the Super Bowl. Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay, wins the Super Bowl. What do you notice about those teams? Really good defense, a lot of young weapons on offense. I think that's why we're so hyped about the Jets. Aaron Rodgers goes to the Jets, good defense, young weapons on offense. I mean, but their schedule is brutal. I am talking. They have like top, I think, 10 hardest schedule in the NFL. They play the NFC East and the AFC East. And I think they play another hard division. AFC West, I believe, too. So they play all the good teams. So they're going to know where they're at. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because that was a fun stat that I learned. That's like, it makes sense. I mean, you've seen it. It's been done before, so there's a reason they can't have some hype behind them.
yeah.
Excuse me.
The two things to me about Aaron Rodgers, it's like I really don't care if he goes into the playoffs as a 1 seed or a wild card. If Aaron Rodgers is playing like Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs, y'all got a chance to win every game.
They won the Super Bowl from the wild card, I believe. If I'm
Yeah,
not mistaken.
that was a young
No.
Aaron Rodgers.
Fun. That was 2010.
I know. I remember
A lot of years ago.
I remember it wisely, man. Rooting for
Way
the,
back when.
Yeah, that was back in the G.
Rooting
That's
for
over
who?
10 years ago now. That's crazy, huh?
Were you rooting for the other team in that Super Bowl?
I think I was rooting for Rodgers, to be honest with you. But I really don't know. I could have been going for the Steelers. Black and yellow just came out. The world was turned. No,
I remember. My last time rooting for the Steelers in Super Bowls when they played the Cardinals when I was young. I remember
man, that was Bird Nanners, bro. What was that? 08 or
James
07?
Harrison. Oh my God. That James Harrison play will forever live in my head as a defensive lineman.
No, it was definitely one of the most memorable.
I'm assuming you want to talk about this Bears Packers game, by the way. Is that where you were heading?
No, I'm about to
The
hit.
division game? Oh,
I skipped all the ones that nobody cares about.
okay. Love it.
Nobody cares about the Raiders, Broncos, the Packers, Bears.
Ooh, I think I know where you're going. I found it.
The Bengals, Browns, baby.
Yep.
That's the only game left that I give a damn about. Burrow's probably not gonna play, but I think he probably is gonna play.
Could be back by week 1. It just depends. Obviously, it depends how fast he heals. But hopefully, with him being an Ohio guy, he just heals quicker because he's tougher. I think he's going to play even if it's like a little bit hurt because he's a psychopath. Mentally.
I know.
Like in a good way. He's a good psychopath. Like, man, I loved it. You said it. I've said it in my show. You've said it a little bit too. I think Bengals are my early lane Super Bowl favorite. Especially now they're plus 1,000 because they have the injury and everything. Like they're my early lane. It feels like you've said it a little bit too on your show. It feels like they're right there. They've been right there,
man.
right there. It feels
That's
like
how football works, man.
Feels like it's their year, honestly. Because yeah, they lost made it to the Super Bowl, lost last year. Chiefs, heartbreaking loss.
AFC
Heartbreaking
Championship.
loss. Yeah, heartbreaking loss in AFC Championship. Feels and they're maybe it's their year this year. Yeah, I think I leaned the Bengals there, but man, that's minus 108. The line's even for me. That's gonna be a good game, man.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm definitely looking forward.
What do you think
to it.
Deshaun Watson's going to do this year? Do you think he's going to come back to earth a little bit? Not, I guess not to earth, but I think he's going to come back to a little bit of what he used to be? Because I guess that's the real question. I don't know if you think the Browns stand a chance this year or not.
I think the Browns would be lucky to go. You can't go 8-8 no more, which is my least favorite thing about the damn.
9-8 though. They're 7-9.
I know, but it's something about 8-8.
Yeah. Or you can go with the 8-1.
Yeah, man.
Ugly.
I
That's
just
even uglier.
I think they're gonna be 500, man. I'm not expecting the Browns to be anything over 500.
Which sucks. They have a really talented roster. Really talented roster.
I think they just. I don't know, man. You can put a bunch of names on a jersey, but you can't put a jersey on a bunch of names.
Oh, you're right. I mean, it's a culture thing too. I don't know if I fully trust their head coach or not either. I don't know if that's how you feel about them, but that's kind of why I don't.
It's Cleveland.
Like their
man.
defense is amazing.
It's the
They got the best
Browns.
running back in the NFL, but it is the Browns.
Who's the best running back in the NFL?
Nick Chubb, right now.
Mm.
I think he might be. I mean, that's what everybody else is saying. I don't like. I haven't sat down and actually like picked myself. I mean, it's hard not to argue he's the best. Like overall, I mean, we want to just talk about squatting. That bar is sitting like this, boy. That boy can squat. But no, he is. Nick Chubb is truly really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Like I think
I would
might be
never
the best
thought of him as the
running back.
best running back in the league. But I was trying
Just
to
'cause
think
he's
just now
quiet.
of who I would say is the best running back in the league, and I can't think of anybody.
Exactly. That's why it's like, you know what? They might be right. It might be that boy Chubb, the little chubby boy.
I think running back's just dead, man. The position,
I know,
not
it's
even
starting to
pay
get there.
wise, but nobody just runs the football anymore.
There's very few people who are just like, all right, we're bringing you in just to run because it's just such a huge key. It's like, hey, it's a run. Man, how do you feel about this game though? So you're probably leaning Bengals too, right?
Yeah, Bengals are nothing for me. Bengals are nothing. I think the Bengals are something special, man. I don't know.
Joe Burrow changed around that franchise completely.
It's crazy.
I mean, they
how
made Mike Brown.
one player can do that, man.
Truly, I mean, he literally is making his owner spend money. Mike Brown, he wouldn't even pay for his son's funeral. They got that guy spending money. I'm just kidding. He'd probably pay for his son's funeral, I would hope. But you get up. This guy is cheap, boy. That boy is cheap.
I thought that was a real story. That's why I was like, damn.
That's all you're sitting there. It's like, maybe I shouldn't just be saying that. And I need to put my Fox hat on, like Sean Payton did for Nathaniel Hackett. I'm gonna put my punditry hat on. No, that boy is cheap though, for real. That boy is a cheapo. So I mean, the fact that Joe Burrow, he's gonna have to pay Joe Burrow a lot of money. He's gonna have to pay the team a lot of money. They got to get a name for the stadium. It used to just be the Cincinnati Browns Stadium or whatever it was. I don't even know what the hell their stadium was called. But now it's like actually like a full-on name thing where it's like, hey, the Bengals are trying to get. Yeah, the Joe Burrow, they'd be smart not to let Joe Burrow leave Cincy.
Oh,
Very, very smart.
no, he's never leaving. And if he does,
I don't think he will.
he need to come home.
About-
bro.
You know they might force him out.
Come put that black and
I don't
gold
think they
on,
will.
bro.
Woo, man. Who would you rather have? Like, not even knowing what he's going to become, a 40-year-old Joe Burrow or Derek Carr?
Bro, I honestly, Derek Carr might not ever be the answer.
Oh goddamn, man, that boy! I want to see how bad your disrespect for Carr is. But bring in the car. No, I was just. I don't know. I don't know either. That's a tough one.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think Derek Carr could be great for the Saints, but
Could
I'm
be.
not excited. I'll just keep saying it like that. I'm not like
Yeah,
I'm not telling you he's gonna be great for the Saints. I think there's a chance, but there's a chance that we could sign Matt Ryan out of retirement and he could be great with the Saints.
or Carson Wentz or Phillip Rivers. I
Uh,
mean,
both of
you
those
saw what the Colts
players,
did.
I'd rather have Derek Carr. You found the two players I'd rather have Derek Carr over. Carson Wentz,
Man,
I would definitely rather have Derek Carr.
dude, when I was about to say you guys giving Derek Carr is like I think how I felt with Carson Wentz. Like, yeah, there's some hope, and then it's like, oh my god, what is happening?
No, I don't think there's
Hopefully,
hope.
it's good.
I think there's a chance. I have no hope. I'm not excited.
I don't. I mean, like I said though, you guys are lucky with the Saints. They have one of the easiest schedules. Excuse
that
me, in
means
the
that
NFL.
means nothing, man.
You know, I mean, if you see the quarterbacks they play, they don't play any like they're playing a lot of quarterbacks that are hashtag mid. So thankfully, they should be able to do decent from that.
Man, that don't mean nothing, man. We got to see the damn Titans week 1.
Woo. That line, they got that boy Lance Lynn juiced on these baseball lines.
Yeah. Who you got?
I was just doing a quick go through since I figured are we done with NFL? I didn't know if you had much more. I just figured then you said last game. I'm like, oh, let me go look at some baseball real quick since I didn't do that.
Yeah,
There
no.
you go.
Talk some baseball, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
lie.
I was just saying
I can
I got
go,
3.
go ahead.
I'd say I these were 3 that I like. When I said I didn't look through, I did look through people. It's one of those things where like I glanced at the answers, like, all right, these are the 3 games I'm gonna look for. Shout out if you put this 3-leg parlay together, it's my area code 765. Gotta love it. Don't bet the 3-legger, don't do it. First game, Houston Astros minus 1.5. This is a straight fade of the Angels that are just on a rocket crash course there. Justin Verlander on the mound. I think it's his first start back. Maybe not first home start back. Maybe could be wrong about that too. I just like the Astros here. They've been kind of hot. They've been playing a lot better. And like I said, the Angels are just falling back to earth, Comet style. Then depressing. This is just a straight fade of the Mariners. Give me the Orioles on the money line. They just got off a tough series with the Astros, but they played really well against them. And Kevin Brown comes back today, so betting the first game back. We're betting the Kevin Brown game back, and then last one I like the Rangers minus 112. Another team that they don't lose to the Athletics that last series, man. They are smoking hot, ruining a Scherzer start for him. But I do. The main ones I really do like. I do like the Rangers. I really do like the Orioles, and then
That was
the Astros.
that was Montgomery
Who?
that started that
What do you
game.
mean?
The Rangers lost.
Oh, I thought it was Mad Max.
He started the night before, got the dub.
Oh, he started the night before. Yeah. You are right. My fault. You are completely right.
No, you
Okay,
good.
replace Mad Max with Jordan Montgomery, and this point still stands. Still ruined his start.
Yeah, it did. You betting against the Mariners?
Yeah, I think so.
9-1 last 10. Won 7 in a row.
Maybe. They're due to lose. No,
Hey.
honestly, I just.
Ain't no
It's one of
such
those
thing
things,
as
like-
doing baseball, but I'm taking the Orioles on the money line as well. Give me the plus 125
Let's go.
on the Orioles.
I like the odds. I love the odds.
Yeah, man. I love it too. Give me the Astros on the run
I knew
line,
you betting those damn Mariners.
minus 1.5. Give me the Rangers on the money line. I got it minus 120.
Wow.
Give me the Padres, even money on the run line. They suck, but I think the Diamondbacks suck even more. Give me the Padres, baby. Blake Snell, as much as he can't win, he does pitch well. Hopefully the Padres lineup can tear up a young rookie, Ryan Nelson, and get the W over there in Arizona. I like the Red Sox on the run line, taking on the Tigers. Give me Chris Sale in his first game back. Kind of just riding one of my favorite players in Chris Sale. Same thing with the Astros and Verlander.
You say run line or
Verlander's
money line?
Run line. Run line on the Red Sox. Run line on the Padres. Run line on the Astros. Money line Orioles. Money line
Oh,
Rangers.
you're running line Padres too?
Yeah, even money, baby.
Ooh, I did mishear that then. Nice.
Yes,
I was just writing them
sir.
down too.
-1.5 on the Padres.
Ooh, man, I hate the Padres. I tell you what, I hate that baseball team.
Best lineup in baseball, baby.
I usually ride your picks blindly, but I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one I'm not. I can't do it, man. I'm gonna let you win that bet. I'm not gonna touch it.
Let me get the red hot
We'll give
red
that one.
legs on the run line. Money line, money line. Reds over the Pirates -120 on the money line. And that boy Abbott getting the start tonight. Hopefully the Reds can get their first win in 30 games. That's exaggeration, but they have not been a good baseball
That's about
team.
to say, damn.
They have been ice, baby. Vanilla ice in the 90s. I like the Braves on the run line, pretty much just fading the Mets. One thing that does scare me, though, is Charlie Morton playing against the Mets. Mets seen a lot of Morton over the years, his years in Atlanta. However, the Metropolitans might be the worst team in baseball outside of the Athletics and the Royals. So give me the Braves, who I think are the best team in baseball.
And the White Sox, Yankees.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. Give me the Braves coming off of a hard series to the Pirates taking on a bad Metropolitan team. I think this series wakes up the Braves because Braves Mets, no matter what the record is, it always matters who wins the NL East. Braves and Mets, like Braves and Phillies, like all of those. Last game of the day. If Franklin Earl Beard Winnington was here, he would approve of this being the best bet
Play
of the
the
day.
music.
Somebody, anybody, hit me with the horns. Nah, I'm playing. Give me the damn Brewers on the run line. I'd have to go to a different screen, man. It's not set up right.
Oh, you're all good.
I have to kick
Got
you
me
off
excited,
the
man.
show.
I thought we might hear it.
It's college basketball, baby. Give me the Brewers on the run line. White Sox stink. You know who's worse than the White Sox? Like, who absolutely stinks worse than the White Sox? Like, if you was in a dumpster and this guy walked by, you would say, hey, you stink.
An N.
No.
A K. The Yanks. Yeah. Oh, is that who sucks?
No, the Yankees are horrible. But I'm talking about the White Sox. The one thing that stinks more than the White Sox, Michael Kopech, baby, getting the start for the White Sox. I'm fading this thing as hard as I can fade this thing. This is the best bet I've had all season. Give me the Brewers on the run line. Burnsy starting. I'm exaggerating all of this, but this just feels like, I don't know. It's rare, man. In baseball, you make a bet and you think it's automatic. And I'm jinxing it right now, people.
Man.
But guess what?
They were hot too after Tim Anderson got
4-1, I believe. 5-1 the last. But guess what? They were 4-1 the last week. 4-6 the last 10 games. This team ain't hot. This team is hot trash. Michael Kopech is gonna make sure that their win streak. Bro, the White Sox could have won 100 games straight, and they start Michael Kopech. They're losing that game. I don't give a damn how hot or cold they are. Michael Kopech on the mound is bad news for the White Sox. Brewers, as cold as they are as a lineup, Brewers putting up 5 runs early. Give me the Brewers. I wouldn't be surprised if Burnsy went ahead and got a no-hitter tonight, man. He's going to at least get double-digit strikeouts. White Sox love to swing and miss.
You got that Kopech smell in my room, man. I got to get it out.
Hey,
Thanks. Thank you.
One of the biggest tragedies in baseball is Michael Kopech on the mound. However, that's my picks for tonight. Reds money line, Braves run line, Red Sox run line, Brewers run line, Astros run line, Padres run line, Orioles money line, Rangers money line. Doing my best Phil Mickelson expression and just taking every game I like.
43 baseball bets in one day.
My idol.
That's true. Woo! That's true, man. That boy. For me, I had the Rangers money line, O's money line, Astros -1.5. Small little baby slate.
Hey, man. An apple a day keep the doctors away.
Yep. And I've been neglecting the apples the past few days. I need to start. All right, let me just get a few. I don't need. I've been trying to grab a whole what is it, bushel apples, and I just trying to get all the apples I can, and then I end up just falling with the basket every time, man. It's like, all right, fine, I quit. I'll get a few apples now, just a few. Quit being greedy. Share with the people.
Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with wanting to eat.
and I'm trying to be a fat boy, and they're just like, nope, too much. Pull my legs out from under me. And it's like, boom, 2-13. What are you talking about?
Hey, that's how it goes, man. Should have parlayed.
Gambling, baby.
Yes, sir. Anyway, man, it's Friday, August 11th. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. My man, Jaden Chandler Parnell from the JC Pod on YouTube, also owner and writer of Stare Down Sports,
Hey,
which presents
co-owner.
this show. Hey, man, we both owners. I don't give a damn about no co. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. No, I feel you. I just want to throw it out there. It's like, hey, give yourself some credit, man.
Nah,
Give
we
yourself some
rocking.
credit, man.
Stare Down Sports, man.
Oh yeah.
Captain
Always
by
a
a
blast.
Hook, presented by Stare Down Sports with the red beard. I'm Rowan Donaghy, aka Rowan Dobbs. Please take all wagers at your own risk, and please gamble responsibly.